What's up guys, it's Lord Sendo. So AUT just got a new update and the Broly spec got released. In this video, I'll be showing you how you can get the spec, and I'll be showcasing the moves, and I'll tell you how good it is. Before we get into it though, I'm going to ask you to consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't done so already, if you want to see more tutorial and gameplay videos in the future. If you've already seen my videos on how to obtain Goku and Reaper, then you'll know how to get Broly. You basically do Goku's quest, who's located next to the park, which is to get 7 Dragon Balls. So the way you get Dragon Balls is you can find them in chests, and you can find them in specific spawn locations across the map. One spawn location is this tree next to the park, and another spawn location are the houses next to the snow place. These can spawn pretty randomly, so I would advise you to check them from time to time, and also open up any chests that you can see to get Dragon Balls. Once you've found the 7 Dragon Balls, you want to go back to the Goku NPC and talk to him with the 7 Dragon Balls out in your inventory. You want to click yes when he says complete your request, and you should get a quest which is pretty easy. If you're in a private server and you do this, the quest will look really difficult, but it's just glitched, so if you join a public server, then the quest will be a lot easier. The quest has some easy objectives like deal a little bit of damage, block a little bit of damage, and kill Dio once. Dio spawns in the forest, so you just do that whenever you find him, and the rest of the parts of the quest are really easy. Once you're done with this quest, you can go back to the Goku NPC, but make sure you equip a stand that you don't mind losing, because it will be replaced by Broly. You want to click the option which says Primal Power. The other ones give some other things, like Power gives Goku and World Ender gives Reaper, but you want to choose Primal Power to get Broly. And now you should respawn and have the Broly spec. Now it's time for me to showcase the moves of the Broly spec. So his M1 chain is nothing special, it just does a 4-hit M1 chain, and it does about 30 damage, which isn't that much. His E move is basically like a grab, and it grabs them and throws them away. It does about 41 damage. His R move is another like grab and dash at the same time, which does 38 damage. His T move is like an auto-aim projectile, which does quite a lot of damage. His Y move is like his own Spirit Bomb, which is a lot faster to charge up, but does a bit less damage. His G move like breathes out a beam of energy, and that does quite a lot of damage and stuns your enemies. His F move is like an AoE shockwave, which does 32 damage. His V move is a grab, and if it connects with your enemy, it does 46.5 damage, which is quite a lot. Broly also has an awakening, and in order to use this, you must be low HP, so you get low and then you press the J key, and then you'll transform. This awakening obviously gives iframes like all the other awakenings, and when he's in this form, he heals HP over time, kind of like Goku's God form, and he jumps higher like Killua's God speed, and he does more damage like Killua's other form. So he has a lot of buffs just in this one mode. Broly sort of reminds me of Killua on release, like he had way too many moves to balance properly. Broly has like 6 or 7 damaging moves, and so it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out and how the developers will balance him. In terms of how good Broly is, I've only done a couple of 1v1s, but from what I can tell, his ranged moves are really good, like the Spirit Bomb, the Beam, and the Eraser Volley are all like really reliable projectile damaging moves, but his main problem is that his melee moves have really bad hitboxes, and you pretty much need to M1 or stun them in some way, and Broly has no stuns, so he basically just cannot land any melee moves against a good opponent. I'm pretty sure this is the opposite of how Broly was intended to be used in AUT, and I'm pretty sure he was meant to be like Goku, who's meant to be like up in their face and punching them and doing some crazy combos. But with Broly, pretty much all you're going to be doing is sitting back and throwing out Spirit Bombs and Beams, and cheesing them with AoE moves. That's not to say that Broly is bad, I think the opposite is true. Broly is really good. His awakening is very strong with the amount of buffs that it gives, and his range moves, like I said before, are really strong, and they can just melt someone's HP from long range, and I think he'll be a good solid A tier or S tier. The graphics look really nice, and the particle effects are just like top tier, so I would suggest you try and get Broly because he's really fun to use. Well, that's going to be it for the video guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.